to you.
Top of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And not just
It really
today,
is.
the whole wide world, just to you.
No, because it's so important that we have dreams and the value of what our dreams are, the values to many things actually in our life, because we can go into relationships, we can go into investments, we can go into, you know, things
Time.
that have meaning for us, that every time we look at that, I don't know, piece of art or whatever that might be, it brings always those memories and that value to what it meant for you. And I know even for myself, my hubby, he is a contractor. Now he is very disappointed in me because we've been together for 24 years and I still don't know the names of tools. Like, you know, the Phillips and the Robertson. I still don't know which one's that square and or the star or which one's the flathead, all of those good things.
Flatheads, right?
Okay, well, I just know because that makes common sense to me that you just named the screwdriver a flathead.
Yeah.
Any hoodle, it's so funny because Sid has had this piece of plywood, and I have to tell you, I don't know, it's like huge. I would say it's like maybe 12 feet long by 3 feet, something like that.
Probably about that.
But he's had it in his being and his life for about, he thinks 40 years. And then when he moved to Alberta, he brought he brought this piece of wood here.
And it was what he used with work, right?
Everything, cutting, doing all of the contractor stuff that he does with it. That's all I'm going to say. Then, of course, I met him and my daughters were 3, 2, and 1. This piece of wood, which I actually call art, there's so much value to every time I look at it, when the girls look at it, we just have this beautiful time of everything that we've done together on this piece of wood. So we've got paints everywhere, like it's everything that Sid ever did with the girls. It's a whole life
piece of wood
in one piece of wood. And we have recently hung it up and we have had more compliments on this piece of wood. And I was thinking value, you know, to us, it's, you know, $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean, even more, because we had those moments in that time. Every time we look at this piece, it just sends sensations through you that makes you feel so happy that you were a part of that journey. And I think it goes for the same thing when it comes to having a dream. Because, you know, lots of us dream about doing something, but it's those very few people who will actually put in that investment and time to make that dream an actual reality, because dreams are hard.
Yeah.
No matter how you shake it, dream is a hard thing, but this is why it's so great, because
it's becoming a reality. That's the hard part, right? And when it becomes a reality, that's what's tough, is getting it there, right? Having a sleeping and dreaming isn't hard, but it's making it that reality. We have to work for it. It's not just going to fall in your lap.
No, absolutely. And it, to me, a dream is something so, it's such a blessing to each of us individually, because we all have calling, we all have a gift, we all have a unique thing that we bring to the dream that we are passionate about. And you always know if it's your dream because you're like on fire. There's something that's in the pit of your gut that continually thinks of this. And then you take it to your brain and you have this vision of what your life would be like if you fulfilled that dream. But it is very few people on this earth that really do make their dream the actual reality, because as Carolyn was saying, it's the action part that always needs to transpire in order for that piece to happen. But we still have to have the know-how in ourselves to be able to know when we want to invest in something we want to do.
And that's why I put up this quote today too, is doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. Because have we failed at things in this business?
Of course.
Lots.
Loads and loads, man.
Yeah. There's been lots of things that didn't work or didn't go right. I mean, heck, the first 3 years pretty much were
cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Let's just keep spending money on things that did not work.
But the doubt part, that stops you before you even start. Right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a little bit about what we're going to talk about today, is how do you get moving forward and how do you make it happen today? It's not, you can't wait on these things forever. And if we've learned one thing from that dirty word thing that happened a couple of years ago, is that your world can change in the blink of an eye. And if you haven't moved forward, is it going to stop you? Is it going to push you? What's going to happen if it all changes again tomorrow? We don't know, and we never will. So we have to start moving ahead with our dreams now. And even before we get into that, we will do our regular rigmarole, if you will, of who we are and what we want you to put in here, which is a hashtag of a holy jumping tuna fish. I was like, you're going to leave me.
Right.
Yeah.
Holy jumping tuna
There it
fish.
is. That was like the least emphatic we've ever
Yeah,
done.
that's very true.
We should
Yeah.
try that again. The hashtag
Holy jumping tuna fish.
There we are. So if you guys hear something today that blows your mind or maybe want to hear more about or really kind of strikes a chord with you, throw in that hashtag holy jumping tuna fish so you know that you're really feeling that piece. Of course, we want you to share it because sharing is
I guess it's called caring. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Sharing is caring. And if you know other people out there that are maybe stuck and not moving forward with their dreams, or even people who are looking at working with horses as a dream, this is a totally different way of doing it. And sometimes they just need to know that it exists to move forward with their dream as well. And then, of course, the next one is the tag, we are life changers. And that's because every single one of us are.
Can you check on your phone?
Yeah. Yep, I surely can.
That's very
I
interesting.
don't remember what I was saying though. We're life changers. You talked
changers.
about how everybody's life changer.
Well, you kind of did sum
I
it.
don't know how much they got of it though.
Okay. Every living being, we're all connected in being a part of, purpose and being a part of that change on earth. So that's why we always say in this beautiful little tribe that we're all in together, that we're like-minded people. Even if we're not clear on what our gift or how we are a life changer, mark my words, human beings, you all are, because it's just part of what you bring to earth. And you are a lovely gift that maybe sometimes you don't feel yourself, but that smile or what you did for that other human being has changed their life. So you might not know who it is, but you have done that piece. So just be assured that something you've done on this earth has helped another human being to be able to move forward.
Yes, and it seems we are live now. I feel like we may have lost everybody, so hopefully they find their way back too.
Well, that's kind of sad, like sadness pie.
That is pure sadness pie.
Yeah.
That's not even kind of sadness pie. But I can't really tell if anybody's on right now. But if you are on and you're able to see us, let us know who you are, where you're from, because we always like those pieces too. And we can't really tell right now for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Whatever. We're just going to keep going with it because that's what you do. You roll with the punches. Is it? Yeah, it says we're still going.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, go to your next little segment.
Yeah, right. Hit the button.
Let's get her done.
All right, us.
Oh, we did all the other stuff?
Yeah. The replay.
Let us know where you are, where you're
that.
from, all of those good stuff.
Yeah, just
I
said
did
it.
not even
You were
hear that
talking
you
with me.
said
Remember
that.
we said we'd like to know who we're talking to?
Yeah, I
let
thought
us know if you're on.
No, yeah, that's all I heard you say. I thought we were going more into what we normally say, not because we're having a technology issue and you just want to know if you're out there.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing it more on
Well,
that.
both ways, people. Who you are, where you're from.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay. So for ourselves, my name is Carolyn Charles. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing, as well as an instructor and facilitator with the Equine Connection, the Academy of Equine-Assisted Learning, Inc.
Hi, everyone. And I just want to make sure somebody's out there. Did you say we are running?
Well, and it showed up. Did it show up that I was on?
Did you say hi or anything?
No, I'm going to try it now.
Okay. See, we're testing it out before we go too much further, just to be on the safe side. Hi, Carolyn Charles.
Okay, so it's working.
It's all good. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Very good.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Carrie Fulmick, and I am the founder of the Equine Connection and master instructor, helping people globally across the world do what it is that we do, and that is helping humans to be able to move forward. By working with horses, and actually allowing them to be the teacher. The welfare of the horse is the number one thing that we focus on. That means we do not use horses to get any kind of thing going. We actually physically, literally, emotionally, and spiritually work with these horses and actually allow them to speak in their culture and their language. So we're not trying to change what a horse is, because a horse can only think, act, and respond like a horse. They can never, ever, and I'm telling you, never, ever, ever, ever think, act, or respond like a human. And a lot of us have gotten into a role, and it's just what happens in our life. And we've started to put human things onto horses. And that's where we're really reckon so many different ways that our horses are trying to help us, but we're not being able to listen to them because we're putting too much of the human piece on. But I do have to tell you, I never knew, and since this is about the investment, the value of what it is that you put into yourself, you know, I never knew anything like this existed on earth. I definitely always wanted to work with horses. We were poor, dirt poor. As a young child, moved 25 times, not because we were in the military, but because my mom was a single mom. So back and forth, 25 times. And, you know, the one thing that I'd still even wanted when I was young was a horse. Never going to get a horse because my mom was dirt poor, right? But what she did do, she bought me a used garage sale book, and I still have it with the price tag on it for 25 cents. And that changed and started to build my whole world around how do I get to work with horses. But I never wanted to work with horses in coaching or, you know, riding because, well, it just wasn't my cup of tea.
You people who are riding instructors,
kudos to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Lots of patience, I'm sure. So when equine-assisted learning finally came into my life, as I am now getting older and older, it just changed my entire world, because this is what my whole life to me has been focused on in this journey of getting to what my purpose is on earth. And don't get me wrong, we all have purpose, every single one of us. And through the past and the journey, our purpose has continually showed, and it has shone many times. We just maybe don't know it all. But I was really digging for something really deep. Why? One thing my life has always said is I understand I'm going to die. And I never mean this in a morbid way, because I feel as humans, we forget to live because we forget we're going to die. So I'm very focused on this could be my last day. So I really try to stay in that present of I got to live for today, because I don't know how many days I have left. And when this equine assisted learning came in, I'm like, what? Get out of here. Like, I can literally have a dream of working with horses, but I don't have to be a riding coach. So it really has been quite a journey over these, well, since 2008. So it's been a long journey.
Yeah, 16 years.
Long journey since this whole thing began. I mean, and then if you think of when I was a little kid, like it's been a huge, long journey to create this one huge dream that I've had all of my life. And the nice vacation, well, it's one of the best parts. Not only is the support always there, but what we created for you, for your business, starting something new so that you don't have to recreate the wheel. Like it's all completed and it's all done. Yeah. It was so hard.
We've talked to so many people about that too, who have maybe had other businesses, or like Elizabeth, even too, like they have an idea that something like this should exist. They've seen horses helping people, but they don't have a structure or the pieces all to it. And we hear that all the time. I just didn't want to recreate the wheel again.
No.
Because it's a ton of work.
Yeah.
It's a ton of work.
And I mean, it's enough work just to make the dream a reality.
Yes.
This is why we've taken away tons of those pains and years of work for you, so that it's just all ready to go. And I think that is the best part of this piece, is that you can come in, and getting out of your comfort zone is the best part of the value, because, you know, there's no value in being a couch potato. There's no value in just always going to something you don't want to do, or you don't enjoy, or you don't like. So there is so much value that comes out of getting out of our comfort zone, even though it feels scary at times. There's some fear, there's some excitement. Like there's a whole bunch of emotion that actually comes with getting out of your comfort zone. I think that's one of the best parts of continually living in the day, knowing you got to do something today that brings you more out of your comfort zone. Like it's got to be a continuum, because we don't know when our last day is going to be, right?
And we don't learn in comfort, right? Like that's a great way to stay stagnant, is if you're just comfortable all the time, right? You have to be able to get a little bit out of that. And I get you, people. I am not an outside the comfort zone kind of gal either.
No, she not.
But at the same token, I do know from life experience at this point that without moving outside of it, nothing changes. It all just stays the same, and you're just stuck there doing the same thing day after day after day.
And don't you think that you start overthinking when you live in that comfort zone all the time? Because
your brain doesn't stop.
Yeah, because it's like you want something, but you can't get yourself out of the comfort zone. Well, there's no such thing as can't. It's not a place you're wanting to go right now. And then you just continually have all of these thoughts that sometimes aren't really that great.
No, and they're generally going to be the ones that will be those things that talk yourself out of doing something different, right? Because you're scared, and risk is scary. It 100%, everything about moving forward or doing something different, it's scary stuff in life. However, the reward, I can tell you, is phenomenal for going outside of that comfort zone, to try something different, to follow a passion or a career path or whatever it may be that you're trying to switch up or change in your life. But it is absolutely phenomenal. I love, we've got Genevieve on the screen.
Hey, Genevieve.
Anybody else who's watching, I can see online that you can see people and who they're here, but we can't see it today. So on
Interesting.
this. So say hello to us. Let us know who you are and where you're from. Jen is on this morning. Morning, ladies. Looking gorgeous.
Oh, so are you, honey.
Thanks. Yeah, we don't even see you, but
we know because your energy, we're feeling it, lady.
Stepping out of your comfort zone is a little easier when you really are going forward towards your true passion. True,
it is true, because there's an excitement with that. And we are all about research and facts, because it just makes everything that we do that much more solid and that strong foundation in your business. But Carolyn always brings this up with our clients about that sensory receptors we have more in our
gut than we do in our brain. So a lot of times we get that initial gut feeling,
which is this passion.
Yes, that's the passion. That's the feel, the oomph that you have running behind you, right? Everybody loves the oomph.
Yeah.
And then the couch potato or the comfort zone happens, and then you start to think through it up here, and you think, oh, but what about? Or how about if this happened? Or maybe
what if I don't fail? Or what if I don't fail?
What if I don't fail?
What if you didn't fail?
What if you don't fail?
But what if you did? What's the worst thing that could happen, right? But anyway, going back to your stomach.
But we do have more sensory receptors. So that initial gut feeling, that vibe you have, that feel, that pull, that push to go towards your passion, that's the truth of the matter. The rest of it, we kind of mess up. I'm not saying not to use your brain, because it's very powerful.
No, it's a good thing.
But we do, we got to learn to go with our gut. Well, we're still learning.
Getting better and better.
Yeah.
But it does take time. Like your sixth sense is something that you have to exercise and use regularly, which I didn't totally realize that, but it does make sense. It's kind of like dancing. You have to train and keep those muscles into shape and how they move. I don't know what that. Maybe that's
keeping your muscles
a slow little dance move. I don't know.
Yeah, it's early morning still.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a slight shimmy.
Yeah, I want to know where that shimmy would come in.
That's somebody who's had way too many drinks and still's feeling the.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what
they're a bit behind everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, it's so true that you have to have that feel for it. And, you talk about, people talk all the time, red flags. I should have known. There was red flags. There was red flags. That was your gut. You felt that yucky poo. And oh my goodness.
And we still went forward, and that's okay, because I love, even because we've all said, if we wouldn't have gone through that, it wouldn't have been who we are today. So we're supposed to have these doubts and questions and take the wrong turn in life, because it does definitely make us stronger. But I do have to say, when we have that purpose and that passion in us, there's something that even when we get off track, it guides us back. And then we make it, but then it guides us back again.
To the track you're supposed to be on.
Yes.
Not necessarily the one you thought you were going to be on.
No, because she would have never, ever in a million years worked with horses. She didn't even have an ounce of want, desire, or need to work with a horse. So it's amazing how the journey the path keeps opening up for you to see something that you didn't think was going to be there before.
No, exactly. I love
tango through life. Yeah. That's right, sister.
This is not the tango. Be more a little more staccato for that one rather than a little.
But it is beautiful dance.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
Feel the vibe of it all. What are we actually talking about? We would a few different. I'm glad I made notes today. Okay, so there were a few things we wanted to
value.
mention.
You know, here's another thing when it comes to a dream. When you are wanting to make a dream a reality, I mean, you first have to have that vision of what your life will be when you have a dream, because you have to first visualize that you could be in something. So that truly is a first step. But a lot of people just leave that hanging, or they write it down and then they never go back to it again.
Or they poo-poo it.
Or they
think, oh, it wouldn't happen anyway for me.
Exactly. Oh, the timing's not right, or the this or the that. But, you know, I have to say the thing that I personally have heard most is the money. And, you know, it always makes me so sad because, and I do understand money. I mean, don't get me wrong. Grew up poor. I've always been an entrepreneur, so I've understood you lose money and you can lose money. But, you know, we forget that when we put money into ourselves, into the business, because you are yourself into a business, this is the power of you actually make more out of it. I know it always looks like a hard dollar figure, but really think about what it is that you get from that investment. Because you see, when you invest in you to start your own business, you always have those tools and those skills and that support to continually move you forward. Your horses, whatever they are, those are really strong pieces to understand that the investment is not, oh, if I don't make it, that means I've lost all this money. Yeah. It's not gone. And money is a very cool thing because money always replenishes. But people get so paralyzed with the fear of spending money that they choose not to do anything with it. That's staying in comfort. I can't do it because what if? Yeah, well, what if you're so successful? And what if your return on investment pays you back in 6 months? Or 3 months or a year? You see, then you have not wasted any kind of money. But there's never a waste to me when you invest in yourself, because no matter what you take, let's say even from this certification, and it takes you to another path, all of that brings you to your next path anyways.
I always think of Bo. One of our facilitators, he came in and he was like, yes, you know, I love working, and he has horses and he does stuff with horses, and they breeder and that sort of thing. But he also was working at a hot tub company
and he not happy with
that he was unhappy with. So
didn't like the boss.
Came and did his thing and everything like that with us and got certified and started running a couple programs, but then kind of switched things up and started his own hot tub business. But he came back to us and he was like, I attribute it to everything I learned with you guys. So although he took the horse course with us, now he has this incredibly successful hot tub. If you guys are looking for a hot tub in Calgary, no, we will send you to his Revolution Hot Tubs. Yep. But you never know where the path is going to take you in the first place. And even with Carrie, like Carrie and I think about money
very differently,
but not as much now because she's
but you're still more frugal.
Definitely more frugal. Definitely more frugal with money. But she would always say, you know, the difference between $30,000 and $300,000 to her was just a zero.
That's it.
Now to me, it is $270,000 individual dollars. That is the difference I see between those two things. But at the same token, this money replenishes itself. I thought she was a little bit bazonkers when she first started talking about all this, but it's very, very true. If you have the work ethic, if you have all those pieces that you want all of this to keep happening, it doesn't just fall from trees around you, but it does replenish itself, and it keeps it can almost be like a cyclical thing where you start bringing it in. Yep, it goes right back out again, but it does start coming in because the more you put out, all of a sudden, the more you get back in with it because you're putting it in the right places. Not like what we did for the first 3 years, but if you're knowing where to go with it, it is a replenishable piece. So it's not just saying that as like a flippant thing, like, oh, you know, you put it out there, it comes back to you. It's actually very, very true. And that's coming from the skeptical person that I am.
And it is. And, you know, this is one thing I know in business, that if we are at a very low point, let's say with money coming in, one thing that I have done on a regular basis is I'll spend more money. And I know it sounds kind of weird to do that, but because you see, we have work ethic and we have action. One thing my brain always knows is so it's just money. I will replenish it one way or another. But it's like when you spend the money that not necessarily you have at the time or you don't, because there's always ways to work money. Money is such a, it's a tangible thing, where a dream is intangible because you're not really touching it yet. You're feeling it. And that's the best part of the dream, is you feel everything. But when you have that tangible piece and you know, no matter what, you're not going to be homeless and living on the street. Like you will always do something as a human to make sure that money comes back. And it's just, it seems to me like it's a kick in the butt is kind of how I think of it. When you spend money you don't necessarily have in the bank account, because if I kick the butt and I spend that money, I know it has to come back in. Yeah. Because that's the only way we can survive.
And you spend it smart. You're not just like,
oh, I'm not
going for dinners. It's like going towards the right things, obviously.
Yeah, new website, or not buying an airplane, because, well, that won't ever happen in my lifetime.
No.
And that intention is
clear. Yeah, both of us just sat in that for a moment too. No. But it is really important to realize if you put it into the right places, that's what's going to get that cyclical piece working, and it can work for you. It really can. And so I know it sounds weird to hear that, but I've seen it happen like a lot now. It really, she's made a believer out of me on it.
And I used to love this when we used to travel together, and Carolyn has been very frugal, and I've always been very appreciative because she looks after the money I'm going to spend. Yeah. So I like that.
Maybe just let me look at it for a quick second.
Yeah. Quick second. Let me do it for a couple of days. Okay.
Make sure it's the right place.
But man, I remember the first time she spent like lots of money, like, let's say on a purse.
That's right.
And it was so exciting to see her do this little, but I can, and I am worth it, and it's my money. Like, it was this whole little piece, and now it really doesn't take much for her to say, yeah, like I do, I can.
Not frivolous, but
no, not frivolous, but you put in more of an investment into more of a quality item that you're buying compared to cheap. You know, it's like cheap stuff or cheap knives, and we love cooking, so we've got very expensive knives. How many years we had to keep replenishing and rebuying knives because they were crap, but you're still spending money. So then I think over the years that we spent all of this money on replacing all these knives, then we decide we're going to invest into what we love, which is cooking. So we're going to buy the super expensive knives. Well, for us, it was super expensive. I think it was $300 a knife. So at that time, which is like, probably 12 years ago.
Still expensive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's fair. But we have never bought another knife since then. So you see, it's like those cookie sheets. Buy the stoneware, because stoneware lasts you forever. The Teflon cookie sheets, you're always having to change them out. So where do you save the money? Well, it's the investment when there's something that you love and you're prepared to do it, because you work on it all the time. You work with your horses all the time. You cook all the time, whatever it is. There is something so powerful in the money you actually save in the long run.
I'm really impressed how you just brought this full circle right back to value.
Right?
Not even planned, you guys.
No.
That's how
I have no notes. No notes whatsoever.
Yeah, no, I just wrote down the dates because I can't.
Yeah. No, because we're never good at remembering
dates.
Really
numbers,
math.
Yeah.
Okay, we know how to make a living. But yeah, if you ask us certain things, we're like, let's get out calculators and let's really ponder this calculation.
And then we'll go ask Sid.
Yeah, because Sid knows all numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So, because we just prattled on here a little bit too, but we did want to let you guys know about a few things that's happening with the Equine Connection as well. The first one, yes.
I was thinking before we go into this other that we're going to be discussing, is there anybody out there who wants to share what's your dream? Here's one thing that I've discovered all my years of living on this earth. It's when we literally tell someone out loud. So whether you're typing it and just sharing it with us here, I mean, it's not like 10 million people are watching, but if you can get out of your comfort zone and share with us one of your dreams, it truly does make it real. And I've always believed, pen, paper, write down what it is that you want, what you desire, there's so much more power than just saying, I wish I could have this, or I wish I was mortgage free. It doesn't roll like that. It makes it stronger. So if any of you out there want to just share what your dream is,
even the terminology, a wish is different than a dream. That's different than a goal. That's, you know what I mean?
Like, so
there's a terminology to put to all of those things too. Because for myself, if I really, it's got to be a goal, right? Because that, to me, a dream is something that I haven't fully plunked out yet as to how it would work and that sort of thing. Whereas a goal is, now I'm doing timelines. I've got some ideas. I've got my planning piece with it. A goal is a little bit different. A wish, like that's, I wish I win the lottery.
Yeah.
I wish I had grown to be 5'6". It's just never going to happen, right? My dream is to work my business with horses full time.
Yes.
Yeah. And you are working at
Genevieve, you're going to love that. And you will. And then you'll be saying, oh my gosh, all I work is 3 days a week. I have 5 months off a year to just be with my horses. Yeah. Because yes, definitely you want to replicate
and
that.
She's a perfect example of making it happen. Oh, did it out of the back of her car, people.
I am telling you, when people think that they need an arena and all this fancy stuff to do this certification in this business, she's the one.
Yeah.
She blew our socks off. Back of her car, and she's got the flip charts hanging there and grass area with her horse. Seriously. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. And then when she's got to do something or adjust, she just does it. She moves, she goes with the flow. She's figuring it all out. Like, it's just stunning to see that kind of dedication to your goal.
She got the chills because of the energy. You got the chills.
They're
multiplying. And I'm loose.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
No more singing to our beautiful Facebook family.
It's not that
okay. Pretty. Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Yes, that's beautiful.
We really appreciate that. So this actually goes into reality, into goals. And because here's a goal thing, just so you know, we like to always let you know when things are changing at the Equine Connection. Mm-hmm. And of course, every time anything changes, it's always for the better.
Yeah.
So it's even more exciting what's going to be happening in our future. But we wanted to give you the hands up on a couple of items that are left for this year in the goal department.
Yeah. So, I mean, for any of you who are looking to get started and really get rolling and get moving and get your virtual piece in, as well as your hands-on piece in, and so you're fully certified and ready to go this year, this is kind of your last shot to do it, because we've got the kick at the can, right? Kick at the can.
Is it the kick at the can or the kick at the can? And how did that come about? What does that mean?
It doesn't sound
because we wouldn't kick a cat.
I guess you might kick.
I don't know. Anyway, if anyone's smart out there to know why it was like that, we always appreciate that.
We digress. So the upcoming course is in Eastern time. So it starts 9 a.m. Eastern time, which is cool too, because then it kind of works for everybody. If you're an early riser and you're from the West Coast, good on you.
And it does feel like we're touching and we're together when we do our virtual live instruction. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not dry.
No.
We've been to those Zooms where somebody just talks at you for 6 hours and we physically die. Like, we feel ourselves dying. Tired. We can't do it. So we keep it upbeat, happy, go lucky, fun. We want to make it fun. It should be fun when you learn too.
See.
So that is September 12th to 16th to get that virtual in. And then in Calgary is our last hands-on of the year in Calgary. And that's September 26th to 28th.
And that is where the magic all comes to life, because you literally see the horses being allowed to be the teacher, and then all of the exercises and programs that come with your certification. That's what we work on while you're here.
Oh, and I lied. For all of you guys from the States too, we do have one more hands-on in the States this year, which is in
Massachusetts.
Salisbury, Massachusetts. And that is October 7th to 9th.
Yeah.
I think I just pulled that out.
Yeah. I think you did very well.
But you would have to get the virtual piece or your theory piece done before that. And to do the online at your own pace, I mean, if you really, really hustled, like put in like 4 hours a day, you could. But I would say do the virtual, because it would probably be easier to get it done in the 5 days. And then you can head over to Salisbury as well and get the rest of your hands-on certification done there too. So one option for the States, one option for Canada. And then we do, for any of the Aussies or New Zealanders that are joining us, we also have one more virtual there in October.
And it might be October 12th to the 16th.
Yeah.
Okay, but we can check it, and it's on our website as well. And then Jane and Alice have their 3-day hands-on training like right after that virtual live. So there's still options to be completed this year. So why? Over your fall and winter months, what are you doing? Getting your business all prepared, getting your marketing, getting your practicing, getting your website, getting everything in order so that you are making money in 2023.
Yes.
So it's a great opportunity to be able to still be in PJs if you want and be able to do that.
We won't judge.
No, it doesn't matter to us.
Just if you're going to stand up, wear pants.
Very true.
It's an important piece of it.
Another thing, just to let all y'all know, I try to use my little USA accent the odd time because I know it's just so brilliant out there. But we are actually changing in 2023. Like right now, everything for our certification course is all in Canadian funds. Has been that way for 15 years, but there is going to now be a change. And you know, in this 15 years, it's been amazing. Lots of people sometimes don't even know, like the Canadian dollar sucks the big whopper. We are a low case in how valuable our money is.
I think we're like, what, 78 cents to the dollar right now or something like that? That
I
was
looked
good
this morning, 76.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, it's pretty low. So what that means for any of our USA peeps is that you actually save money because you pay in Canadian, your bank converts it, and then you're like, what? How did I just save $1,400 on this? Like, it doesn't even make sense. So that's the bonus, because in 2023, we now will be changing it to the USA currency.
Well, it'll be whatever country they're purchasing from.
Not
or
positive,
just USA. We're still
with Australia because we don't have to charge GST to Australia.
True that. Yeah.
But
okay,
yeah,
well, the States
anyway,
for sure.
So here's the big difference. You won't be saving for 2023 in that currency. So if you know anybody who's been sitting on the fence, they'll want to get in now so you get the saving, right?
Yeah.
And then the prices on our courses are going to be going up a little bit, because why? We have brought in so much more value to the actual, it's not a certification and it's not a course. It's an actual career that you're getting into. This is not, hey, you take it with us for 8 days and see you later, good luck. This is, you're in the life of this with us.
Yes.
Until you choose to hopefully not divorce us. But if you wanted to divorce us, you may, because that is your choice. But we're always with you. We've been with our same facilitators since we started certifying people, because the more we all work together and the more we all support each other, the more we share and not keep secrets, and how we're moving forward to help the humans in our society, because the world needs you, and especially your community needs you, especially after everything that has happened. They need to come and get some healing, and healing will definitely be a part of how they're building these new skills with horses. So very, very important.
And our goal has never been to make money. The goal, you have to keep yourself going, right?
Business person, no, absolutely. We want to make some money.
But it's never been that's the whole drive behind our business.
No,
right?
We cut our business in half last year.
And the reason is because what we want to do is we want to help people actually be successful. We want to help them to go help other people in the world while working through horses. And that's the end all be all for us. The more people we can bring into our team, the more people we can have out there in the world that are sharing these beautiful experiences, helping other people move forward with their lives with horses. That's the part that fills the bucket, right? Yes, everybody has to make money and do all those pieces, but that's not the why of it all. There's flies in here. She's not having an attack. Right?
It's killing me.
Yeah, but they are everywhere. all of a sudden they were fine, and then now they're back. But it is something that we have a great pride in as well, is that we're setting people up to actually succeed in this business.
Yes.
And you think about, you go to college or a lot of other courses or universities or whatever else. I could never call my instructor back and be like, I'm really struggling on how to get through in public relations to people, right? That was never a thing that we could do. You guys have us, and not only us, but the rest of our family around the globe. And that to me is priceless, and how we can move forward and help other people move forward, to help more people working with horses to help change their lives.
Yeah, humans need us so, so, so bad. And here, full circle again, that value, your purpose, because that's the value and what each of us bring to this earth. And number one thing is to help another human. So any of you who have been stuck or lost in what is my purpose, you know, that's the piece that we're most connected to, is how do we help a human to be able to move forward? But the best part is when you do it with horses, you got to be kidding me. You can just smell them, you get to see them, you get to touch them, you get to love them. Like there's so many senses that are so alive when you see these clients right before your very eyes. Make a change. Not because you, the human, said something that was going to happen, but because the horse said something and the human, your client, made the change, because the number one thing they want to do is keep their horses safe too. So it's really a win-win. And then you make money or a living. I always say make a nice living.
That's it. Because it's not to be rich, is what I should have said before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not about being, you're not
no airplane's going to happen. No.
No airplane.
No, don't even want one of those.
Not even a driver or a limo. Really,
No.
It's not where we're going either. We're not fancy.
You know, to make enough money in this life, to do what you love every day you wake up and breathe, I think is one of the greatest things we can give to ourselves. But then, you know, you have some money that you can take your family on a holiday, or, you know, you do a big surprise that you have some money for. But in all reality, it's not about the stuff, especially when you do have horses in your life, because they cost a lot of money. But at least now we get to work with them and have them as write-offs in your business, right? Oh, this fly wants me. This fly wants me.
Where's the fly swatter down?
I don't know. Any hoodle. I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, I think we did. Now we're all distracted by bugs.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I feel them. They're on us. So yes, we are. Yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know on some of the new stuff. What's not really new, but some of the things that are upcoming with the Equine Connection, and to remind you of that piece too, that yes, your dream is going to be hard, but it is going to be worth every single piece of effort and push and drive and blood and sweat and tears that you put into it. But why not start it out being on the right foot rather than having to feel like you're kind of behind the eight ball all the time?
Absolutely.
That was a whole bunch of like metaphors just jammed into one sentence. Yeah.
Absolutely. So definitely, if you have any questions, just get in touch with us. But remember, you are a gift and you are unique in this world. And you too, why not you? You deserve to have a dream become a reality, because we're here on earth to create these things. You know, and I do have to say, as the final ending, I love Steve Jobs. I know a lot of people don't, but Steve Jobs' one line to me was still so cool. They don't know it exists until you create it. And that is why you are the one who will bring this to fruition. And people don't even know that it's going to be there yet. Like, it's so exciting when we're starting such a purposeful and passionate career.
Yes, absolutely. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and keep those dreams just flowing. Keep them filled up. Keep your cup filled up with them as well, and start moving towards your dream today. I'm going to put that little quote up one more time because I think it was so good.
It is a gooder.
I like this one a lot. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will.
So true.
It's huge.
Stupid doubt.
Huge, people. Huge.
Yes, Mike.
Yeah. Oh, there's the token testosterone. I got in at the end. All right, everybody, have a fabulous week, and we will see you all. I think we see everybody next week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we should be back on next week.
No, we have a course next week.
That's right. That we're telling you about.
Yeah.
I just gave you the dates
time.
of.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. All right. Have a good one, everybody.